Well, hello everyone. The other day I gave a video on Charlie Kirk. I didn't really want to do, but you still have to call it the truth. Today I'm going to do the same thing with our President Donald Trump. I am a big Trump supporter. I voted for him 3 times. If I had to do it all over again, I vote for him again. But as I've been saying, this administration is bankrupt. Big time. Spiritually dead. Now, I made the comment a few weeks ago about, how Trump was saying, boy, I hope I make it into heaven with all these peace deals I'm making. Well, the other day on Air Force One, Peter Doocy of Fox News asked him about that and about the Russia-Ukraine thing, and basically Trump almost pretty much admitted he's not going to make it into heaven. And that should terrify you. Because this is the same man that during the first term, when someone told him, you're the most famous man on earth, he says, oh no, Jesus Christ is the most famous man on earth. So he went from that President Trump to the one who says he's not going to make it in heaven. As I will say it again, Paula White is an epic fail. She should be fired. She's a witch. Along with Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and I'll go give it, and Kristi Noem, probably Marco Rubio. There aren't many people, Susan Stiles, that many people out of this administration I really care for, to be honest with you. And there's no doubt in my mind that Jezebel's spirit has occupied the Trump White House. When you look at all the problems we're having in this country, now granted, he's made a lot of peace deals, he's done a lot of good things there, but a lot of people are questioning, you said America first, America first. And as you're making peace deals around the country, around the world, we have a problem with our ICE agents getting attacked by illegals and paid Democrat protesters. Yes, you did secure the border. Yes, you are deporting them. A lot of them. But we have too many to go. You look at the infiltration problem we have here, whether it's the Chinese buying farmland or the Muslims' infiltration in the Dearborn, Michigan. There's about 175 mosques in New York State. I think about 120 in New Jersey. They've made it clear they want to take over this country. Texas just banned Sharia law. There was another Muslim says they have a plan to take over a certain part of Florida down by I-75, known as Alligator Alley. And this past week, we now are training the Qatari Air Force to pilot F-15s over our soil. Now, people say never forget 9/11. Even Trump has said never forget 9/11. But apparently, he has forgotten 9/11. Why are we training Qatari pilots on our soil? Even if they don't own the Air Force Base, why are we giving the foothold to those type of people? I don't care if they're allies with us now. They could be playing possum for something bigger in the future. You look at all the money the Arab countries have poured in our universities to infiltrate hatred against the Jews and hatred for this country. It is staggering. Now people say, well, the Jews own our government. Do they really? Because if that was the case, how on earth is people like Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar in our government? You gotta ask yourself this. When do we start cleaning up our own streets? When do we send in the National Guard to help ICE get rid of these people? And if this wasn't scary enough, this week, Trump, when he had his, I guess he had his yearly checkup. I forgot what hospital, but he openly said publicly he took his booster for the vaccine. Now, you have to ask yourself, why on earth would he publicly admit that? When he knows his supporters hate the vaccine. When his supporters have booed him on the vaccine. Is he trying to give his own supporters a middle finger? You're wrong about the vaccine. Look, I'm taking it. Well, we've seen a major problem in this country and around the world with cancers since this thing's been out, and all kinds of heart conditions, and people becoming nasty and irritable. And I'm starting to think, did he actually take this vaccine? Because I really hope to God it is either saline solution or the placebo one. I've been saying for a while, Trump is going to have a problem, personally, in this second term. It's going to bring him to the knees. And you know what? I hate to say this. As much as I like to be wrong, it probably can't come fast enough now. Because his arrogance has gotten a hold of him in a bad way. And he's doing not what he promised. Let's face it, gas prices and egg prices have become stagnant. They've not gone as low as they said they would. Even though the market's booming, we know it's kind of inflated. The dollar keeps losing value. Unemployment is also seems to be stagnant. It may go down a little, but still pretty much stagnant. A lot of things he promised with America First is not happening. The calling God put on this man's life for this country, he's rebelling against God. You know what? You might as well say the same thing about Bibi Netanyahu. You gotta call like you see. I'm a big supporter of Bibi Netanyahu, but I think Bibi Netanyahu's got some bad people around him. I think he's feeling the pressure from a lot of bad actors in his own government. And he better be careful too, because he could be brought down to his knees just as fast. And it is no doubt in my mind, Trump is about to get an awakening. And it may have to hit him personally, whether it's him, his wife, one of his kids. I don't know. Because if he did take the old... Was that pretty much another assassination attempt at Trump? I hope not. There's a lot of useless people surrounding Trump right now. And I'm sorry, but the Trump that I see now is not the Trump that ran the first term back from 2017 to 2021. The Trump I see now is not the Trump that was campaigning the second and third time around. The Jezebel spirit is a real thing. Spiritual warfare is a real thing. And when your president admits that he's not going to heaven, that is a major cry for help. And this is no longer, we can't use itty bitty prayers or cute little prayers. It is a flat out war now to save our country. Whether you want like it or not, whether you want to believe it or not. There's a lot of dark entities surrounding him right now. I'm not going to back down saying that Pam Bondi should have been fired already, because he's already called her out publicly twice. Kash Patel hasn't done squat. Kristi Noem looks weak and is weak. Of course, Trump is mad about the not getting the Nobel Peace Prize. Why is he worried about the Nobel Peace Prize? Everyone knows it's a crap award anyway. It's been watered down. Do you really want to be put in the same category as Barack Obama? The award is useless. Your comments down below. What's your opinion? Like to know. Keep this country in prayer. And pray that we drive out the witches and warlocks and false prophets in the Trump administration. They need to go. Yesterday. God bless you all. We'll talk to you later.